I'ma get paid today.
Hey.
I got a million ways.
Go ahead.
Niggas is lollygagging. See me, I just can't relate. Too many, you got an opinion. You niggas Charlemagne. It's shit like the Breakfast Club. And I'm always waking up late.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your dog Bangy. Welcome to the Penthouse podcast, the Penthouse Network. I'm your host. You know how we rocking. And we're going to get straight into it. But first, I just want to give a huge shout out to my brother L3, Ladies Love Lonnie. He out working on a huge movie right now called Her Way. So that's going to be coming soon. He getting his acting debut on. He been putting in a lot of work with that and behind the scenes. So he will be back with us here soon, but I'm holding it down for him till then. But yeah, shout out to Lonnie. Her Way coming soon.
For sure.
But I want to really get straight into it. I don't want to waste too much of the time today because this right here is a special episode to me because we got my dog in the building, man, and a lot of y'all may know him, you know. But for those who don't, he like to say it's Mister. If you don't know me, 10 of your friends do. You feel me? So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, make some noise for my dog, man. You already know, man. It was a mess, man. I told you I wanted to get you on here. We chopped, and you was like, "I'm gonna make." I know, deep in your head, you was like, "Man, I ain't really trying to do shit now. But I'm gonna make it happen for my dog."
I mean, you know, it's certain people in the city that like, you know, no matter what's going on, I'm gonna drop what I'm doing. I'm gonna pull up for them because, you know what I mean. I know they'll do the same for me, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of favors I feel like I need to cash in on the city, so, but you know, but with you, you know what I mean, it was nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I've been seeing what you was doing, and I think it's always a pleasure to, for people to still fuck with me, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I feel like I'm blessed. A lot of people, you know, they wish they had opportunities like this, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm not trying to swag on nobody, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of people want these type of looks, so I feel like that would be fake of me to try to like front on you on your platform because you got to reach, you know what I'm saying? And I always respect what you do. So
love, likewise, my brother, likewise. For the people who may not know you, and I know it's a very slim crowd, tell us who Dez Arnez is for the people who may not know you.
Dez Arnez, you know, like I like to say, you know, local nigga with a major buzz. You know what I'm saying? You know, a North Side Columbus guy, born and raised. You know, I've always had my hands in a lot of things in the culture in the city, and I don't really know like what to like title what I do. Lately, I've been kind of running with the and I got this from the OG Kenny Burns, but lately I've been running with I'm a lifestyle specialist. You feel me? So
a lifestyle. I like that.
That's what I'm rolling with right now.
That's different. And tell me what does a lifestyle specialist entail?
I mean, a lifestyle specialist, what that entails, man. You know.
Let's get you in here just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, I always keep my ears to the street. You know what I mean? So whether it comes to the music, the fashion, just the overall culture of Columbus. You know, I love the city, you know what I mean? And no matter where I'm at in the world, I'll always rep Columbus proud. And I see, lately I've been seeing the city starting to like, I don't want to say band together, but we starting to get that, you know, that Columbus pride. We still got a long way to go, but, you know, Columbus is a beautiful city. It's growing. There's a lot of opportunities out here, and we got a lot of dope creatives doing a lot of dope stuff. And I think it's time that us as a whole, you know, we got to put the bullshit to the side. We got to put these egos to the side, and we gotta start linking up and lifting each other up. You feel me?
Facts. Tell me what the upbringing was like that created Dez Arnez. What type of upbringing did you come from? How was it coming up for you?
I don't got the typical black childhood. I say, you know. I grew up with both parents. You know what I mean? My mom and dad, they still married. You know, they've been together.
Smoking?
No, sir. But my mom and dad, they've been together for 48 years, married for 42 years.
That's ill. Shout out to Black Love.
You know what I mean? So, and I got 3 brothers. I got 2 older brothers and a younger brother. A lot of people know my younger brother. They think we twins, but she's older than him. And then my brother Sharif, I'm 5 years younger than him. And then my brother Antoine, they call him Tricky. I'm 10 years younger than him. So, you know, we're a close-knit family. You feel me? So that was our upbringing. You know, my neighborhood, you know, we ain't notorious or nothing like that, but I grew up in Framingham. I love it. I rep it proud. And, you know, in my friends' eyes, you know, we was the Huxtables. You feel what I'm saying? Because both parents in the household, you know, multiple siblings, and my parents raised the whole neighborhood. You feel me? Like, if you got kicked out your house or anything like that, like you came and stayed with the scales. You feel what I'm saying? So my mom and dad have raised a lot of kids, and to this day, they still call my parents mom and dad. So that's pretty much my upbringing. Doing the typical shit, sports and all shit like that. But I always was into the stuff that I'm doing now. Interviews, music, dance and all that stuff. Before it was really cool, everybody was doing athletics, but I was always into this, at an early age.
That was my next question, because, like, in my opinion, definitely one of the best host/party rockers of all time, rock stars that I ever seen do it. Especially, like I said, in that era, it was kind of harder to do it because it really wasn't no social media for us or nothing back then like that. But where did that come from? Have you always been the life of the party in the family, or did that just spring up on you and you said, I'm about to rock these parties?
Nah, I was always that, as a little kid, man, I used to always be like dancing around the house and going crazy. Like my mom used to like have pep talks with me, and she used to be like, my mom used to call me Mr. Erotic Exotic. She'd be like, Dezi, don't be out here dancing on erotic exotic, you know what I mean? Because like, I was just
Mr. Erotic Exotic.
I was in third grade, at the school dances with my shirt all the way unbuttoned, like dancing and stuff, going crazy.
That nickname is crazy.
Yeah,
that nickname
man. So like,
crazy.
my mom, I was kind of off the hook at a young age, and out of all my brothers, my parents was worried about me the most. They thought I was gonna be the first one. No, I won't say the first one to have kids, because I got two other brothers, but they definitely thought I was gonna have kids at an early age, and it's crazy. I'm the only one that don't got kids. So
did you Erotic Exotic? Yeah. Did you get that name from just being a freaky little young dude, or was it the dance moves?
I really, I was heavy on, like, I used to watch music videos early, so I was a big Bobby Brown fan when I was a little kid. You know what I'm saying?
That did it.
Like, my prerogative, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from that era, so I used to watch. Y'all might, some of y'all watching this might be before y'all's time, but I used to watch like Video Soul. On BET.
You remember BET Uncut?
Oh, come on, man. BET Uncut. That was shit. That was college days for me. So, but yeah, so I was always just engulfed into, the music industry, just the culture period. So that's just where it came from. Like, Bobby Brown was the R&B thug. You know what I mean? And I was just always drawn to him.
So you got this dance move that you hit when the Fantasia come on, and you always been like this, Dezi. Like it could be a dance move, it could be a T-shirt, it could be a little Debbie cake. Yeah. If you say something, or if you tweet it, or if you say it's it's like the wave just follows you, no matter what it is, or no matter how goofy or small people may think it is.
I don't know, I mean, for real, I really don't be knowing why. You know what I'm saying? But I just be being me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've never woke up and was like, I'm gonna try to do this and make this go viral. Like, I really just, I just always pretty much stayed in my lane and just did what was true to me. So like the Fantasia thing, like, that's really my song. When I see, I really like,
I can tell, but how did it go viral? How did you make people start like?
Bro, I didn't even know people was recording. Like, that wasn't playing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't wake up that day like, all right, I'm gonna go to Callahan's, go on the rooftop, and if they play, like, they don't even be playing when I see you. Now, anytime that song gets played, even if I'm not there, people gonna add me and be like, Dez, the song is on. You feel what I'm saying? So I was just at the day party. I was feeling good. I was lit. And it came on, and I'm like, bro, I haven't heard this. I can't tell you when I've heard this in the club. And that dance move, man, like, that's something that I was doing back at Northeast Rec. Like,
that's your shit. You be hitting that motherfucker.
I used to run on the court and do that. Like, if somebody got crossed or dunk, I would run on the court and do that at Northeast Rec. Shout out, rest in peace to my bro Keefe. Like, Keefe used to love when I do that. You know what I mean? So it was just something that hit me, man. I didn't even know people were recording. I just did it, and it just did what it did.
I ain't gonna lie, to people love when you do it. I see you turn parties up with that shit.
Yeah,
like,
but now it's like now I feel like they trying to shiggy me, man. So I can't. It's kind of slow. It's kind of slow because it was just a natural moment. You feel what I'm saying? And then when I feel like something is becoming like a gimmick or ain't natural, then I can't.
It's like they seeing you in public, like, hey, do the dance.
Bro, it's like, it's like now, like if I walk in the club, like people see me, and then it's like they throw the song on intentionally, like trying to get me to do it. This is like, come on.
It could be a day you probably just came to get a drink, some wings, you
like,
chilling.
Bro, it's just like you gotta just. It's just gotta be a moment, man. So yeah, so that's how that happened.
That's crazy. So with you hosting for so long and doing the party thing, doing the club scene, when you finally decided to actually step away from that and say, hey, I'm only pop out when I feel like it, or if a special occasion. I'm gonna step away from this. What actually made that decision? Like, what helped you make that decision, or what forced that decision?
Well, for a minute, it was something that I always kind of wanted to do. I just kind of feel like, that chapter in my life ran its course. You feel what I'm saying? And when things, like I said, when things don't feel natural to me, and when things feel forced, and when I feel like when it becomes like a job, then I ain't really on it. And then also too, it's a new era, man. So like I always told myself, like, because when I came into the game, there wasn't no young niggas. Like I was the young nigga, and the old niggas wasn't passing the rock. So I always told myself, if I ever get into that situation, I'm not gonna be that guy.
I ain't gonna be no gatekeeping ass.
Yeah,
nigga,
so that's why like the little bro Lonnie. That's why I always like big up Lonnie and always be like, because he's the next guy, and then eventually in the next couple of years it's gonna be
another
a guy under Lonnie. You know what I'm saying?
guy.
So just keep the ball rolling, keep the torch rolling. But also too, it's like a mental health thing. I know that's like cliche right now, but
No, it's real.
You know what I mean?
It's real.
And also too, I had got to a point in my life where I felt like I was too accessible, and I felt like I was giving too many people my energy, and I'm big on energy. And
talk that shit. Talk that shit.
You know what I mean? So I just had to fall back, fade to black, and just I'm not that guy no more. You know what I mean? That was a time in my life, and I'm just on a different page, man.
I feel it, and like I said, to touch on the mental health thing, and just to fall back to focus on that and shit like that. That shit's serious, because I go through those moments too, Dezi, like us being cats, good-hearted cats that a lot of people depend on, whether it's to help push they efforts forward, or whether it's to like help make they dream happen. Like a lot of people depend on us, and a lot of times that could become draining to the point to where it's like, you gotta just take that time away and recharge,
Absolutely, man. And also too, it was getting to a point where I felt like you said, I'm putting forth energy and I'm helping, raise other people's platforms and awareness, and I feel like I wasn't getting that love back. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of cats that was down and out and getting fronted on, I was out repping them, putting my rep on the line. And then when shit started popping again, then they got Hollywood on me, started fronting on me, and I was
that nigga
like,
talking.
What the
you
fuck?
talking?
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people. You know what I mean? And I don't like to carry grudges because that energy ain't good, but it was just like a lot of people. I just had to just be like, all right, take the little notes and just fall back and just protect my energy. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no hard feelings, it ain't no beef or nothing like that, but it's just like, you got that. I did what I did, that was pure and genuine in my heart. It wasn't like when I do shit, when I retweet somebody, post somebody, pull up on this, like there's no motive behind that shit. It's just, I just want to see people win. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Facts.
And if I get something back in return from that shit, it's cool. You feel what I'm saying? But what I don't like is when I am in a situation and it's just like, okay, now is the time that you can kind of help me, and you kind of be like on some Hollywood shit and like forget. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But I'm never gonna, you know what I'm saying? But I never.
The shit happen all the time.
All the time.
Bro.
Like for instance, like I'm never gonna hit a nigga up and say, can you post this for me? If you post it for me, cool. If you don't post it for me, that's cool too. Like we still, you know what I'm saying? It's still all love. You feel what I'm saying? But what I don't like is, then when I start kind of getting on that shit, and not intentionally, but it's just like, but then if I don't post your shit or retweet you, now you in your feelings. And it's just like, my nigga, when the last time?
Well, brother said, he said it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them.
So, not to be too long-winded and go in circles with this.
Nah, it makes sense.
That's just, a few things that was going on, and I just, I'm just falling back, chilling, sticking to my tribe.
It makes sense. So with that being said, I honestly feel at times and I may have told you this before, but I feel at times like you're a little too humble in that you could pop your shit on a daily if you wanted to. Like let's just keep it real. But you keep everything real chill and on a humble note. But do you ever feel like being humble is a gift and a curse at times? Or do you feel like this me and this is what it is?
I definitely do. You know what I'm saying? But also too, it's just like at the end of the day, bang, is like a lot of that shit is just like I'll be conscious of that shit because I see that shit happen so much in the city, and I'll be watching that shit fuck shit up for everybody because niggas is popping their shit, niggas in their egos, And so now it's making another nigga feel some type of way, and the energy might not even be towards you. Like, you might just be in your bag, Bangy, and you doing your thing. But a nigga feels some type of way, like, oh, that nigga Bangy think that nigga, man, I went to school with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like, but it's like, bro, if you got something cracking right now and got traction, we need to get behind that shit and push that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because nobody's gonna do it by themselves in the city, period. Like, we need everybody that in their respective roles to be popping their shit, building each other up so we can win. But I feel like we got this mentality in the city where it's like niggas wanna be the man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or like I love to say, a lot of niggas never been the man disease. You feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of niggas never, you know,
they ain't never felt that before, and they just gotta feel it.
Yeah, so it's like, so they, you know, some shit might have changed, and they might be, you know, they might be having a good year. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like now you having one good year, you know, Jay Cutler, you know what I'm saying? And now you like, you feel me? Like, and now you know, you try to swag on niggas, but it's like, come on, bro. Like, you gotta, so that's why I always like to keep it humble, but also too, at the end of the day, this shit can be taken from you at any moment, you know what I'm saying? And so I just always keep that shit in perspective, and that's why I don't really dwell on the materialistic shit, because I'm blessed, bro. I'm here, I'm alive, I'm thriving, I'm loved, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people out here that don't got nobody. Nobody or nothing. And they don't feel that love, you feel what I'm saying? And they really out here fucked up mentally, and they feel like there ain't nobody they can go talk to and shit like that. So I don't really dwell on the bullshit. Every now and then I might get in my feelings about the shit, but you know, I get over it real quick because I always bounce back, and I always, you know, redefine myself.
It makes sense. I love the energy you dropping. I love the gems you dropping. I knew Big Dezi was gonna come to pop it. Give me 2 of your pet peeves in life.
2 of my pet peeves in life. I would say one pet peeve that I have is I feel like I kind of, you know, mentioned it earlier.
It's cool. It's
kind of like in the rim of what we was just talking about, but it's just like, I feel like you can't forget where you come from, bro. Like, and that's why I always keep it humble, because it wasn't always like this. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so, and once again, like I said, this shit can be taken from you tomorrow. So you got to keep that shit in perspective. And I feel like sometimes, you know, there's nothing wrong with popping your shit, but I feel like sometimes people start really feeling themselves, and then you start shitting on the people that helped you get to where you was at, and then when shit start crashing down, the same people you was laughing at the bottom is laughing at you while they going to the top. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's one pet peeve. And then another pet peeve is I just hate a motherfucker that's just always negative, always gossiping, always got some bad shit to say. Like,
a negative Nancy ass motherfucker.
Shit, I don't like being around that. I don't even like feeling that type of energy. That's why I don't go to certain places in the city. It's like, you step in certain rooms and you can just feel the energy.
You feel it.
And I walk out immediately, bro, for real. Like, it ain't like, and you know, I ain't got no beef or nothing like that, none that I know of. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But it's just like, when the energy bad, I'm out. And that's why I stay in my lane, I stay in my, you know, my little pockets, and because I just want to be around good energy, good people.
Makes sense. Favorite porn star growing up?
Favorite porn star growing up? I would say my favorite porn star growing up, definitely Jada Fire.
Jada Fire.
You know, I love me some Jada Fire. Jada Fire is still looking good. And of course, you can't forget the hometown hero, Roxy!
Roxy definitely was fire too. Man. I ain't gonna lie, I was a Pinky head though back then. I was a Pinky. I was expecting you to say Pinky.
You're bad, man. Man, don't let me. We gonna keep it, but I can get in my porn bag. Nigga, I was like Kurt Franklin. I had an addiction. Nigga, I was heavy on the porn. Nigga. I knew all the stars, all the sites to see the full videos without paying. I used to be a wild boy, man. I had to get up out that shit. That should have fucked me up. Fuck around, be out here 27 with ED, nigga. You know what I mean? You keep that little thing in your pants, no homo.
Facts. Give me your favorite food place to eat in the city and your favorite meal. What does Dezi order when he sits down at that
my favorite food place in the city, you know I gotta rep the home team, so I'm gonna show love to Marvin's. Shout out to all my brothers over there.
Shout out to Marvin's, man.
Shout out to Rio. Shout out to everybody involved over there. Shout out to Marlon.
Hey, I reached out to Rio too to come on the show. Rio, I fuck with you, man.
So
Rio.
Those are my guys, man. So I'm fucking with what they got over there. I'm fucking with the campaign. So you can't go wrong. The lemon pepper wings go crazy over there. They got a good catfish and grits too. That shit hit. They got some good dishes over there, man. So that's what I'm tapping in with. The
Shout
lamb
out to
chops ain't bad
Marvin's.
either. You know what I mean? You know that's the new wave right now. Everybody on lamb chops.
Everybody on lamb chops. Everybody.
I'm gonna always keep it street. You know what I mean? I'm a chicken wing nigga, so you know that's where we at with it.
So no kids at the moment.
No kids.
Do you want kids?
Eventually, you know, on some real shit, I made a promise to my mom that I wouldn't have no kids until I got married. So
Okay.
I feel like I done made it this long. So you know, once I get married, then you know, some little Arnez's.
It's on the floor.
Because I don't want no baby mom, man. I don't want to live that life. You know what I mean? I want a family. I want us to be in the house. I want us to grow up with the dynamic that I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my dad was always there. He was always present. I grew up in a house full of love. So that's just the example that I seen. That's what, you know what I mean? That's all I know. So I didn't know that shit really wasn't the norm until I got to 8th grade, 9th grade. Like people used to be like, you and all your brothers got the same mom and dad? Y'all all live in the same house?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like what? Like I didn't know that shit wasn't the norm for real. Like, bro,
It's a blessing, man.
Bro, it fucked me up. When people used to talk about stepmom and stepdads, I was like, what the fuck is that? And I remember I came home one day and said it to my mom, I want a stepmom. My mom was like, no, the fuck you don't want no stepmom. Like, I didn't know what that shit was.
You ain't know no better. You ain't know no better.
Yeah, so that's where it's at.
That's a blessing, man. That's a blessing. Definitely coming up with both parents. Shout out to the children that's coming up without both parents, and you feel me, foster children and all that. Because like I said, I feel it definitely is a difference being raised that way. And like I said, yeah, man, it's just a blessing. You got you acquired your CDLs recently.
I had my shit about 5-6 years now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so tell me, how has that transition been? Is that something you always seen yourself doing, or you just jumped in and like, I'm about to get this bag
Listen,
all
bro,
types of ways?
I'm gonna keep it all the way trill with you, bro. I was in a situation where I was just like, nigga, like I can't just keep running in and out these clubs and doing like this shit wasn't like, it was cool, but it wasn't like super lucrative. You feel what I'm saying? And the shit was just starting to run its course. And believe it or not, like my friends will tell you, like, nigga, I went from a nigga that hated driving. You feel me? And then I just woke up one day like, man, I gotta figure something out. And so I just went to truck driving school, man. I got my CDLs, and it's really one of the best things that ever happened to me, bro. Like for real. I get emails every day, job opportunities every day. So like a lot of homies that I be seeing out here that still kind of like trying to figure it out, or they might be in a tough situation, or you know the legal system might be hurting them, you know, stopping them from like really progressing where they want legally. Bro, get your CDLs, man. Like for real, like that, like the criminal record ain't going. I feel like a lot of people got a misconception that once they get their CDL, that they can't get certain jobs. But for real, the job market is so fucked up now. They need drivers. So as long as you ain't like no rapist or nothing crazy like that, like bro, you know what I mean, you can get your CDL and really run it up. And always, like whether you want to do long distance, local, like regional, whatever it is you want to do with it, bro, it's money into it, man. And you can really live. You know, you can really take care of yourself, take care of your family, and don't got to worry about watching your bag, don't got to worry about the law, you know what I'm saying? Like, really make legit money.
Legit money, yeah. Good money. So you always been solid, really never asked me for nothing personally, and did everything basically in your power to help me take my career to the next level. And I just want you to know personally, it's definitely appreciated, bro. Like, here and now, it's definitely appreciated. Thank you.
It's, like I said, bro, it ain't no, if I mess with you, you know, you got good energy, and, you know, I see what you're doing, bro. Like, I feel like it's just, why not try to help? You know, even if it's just one, even if me coming on your platform bring you one extra person that didn't know who you was, I did my job.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like you know, social media fuck a lot of shit up. So everybody want like microwave, everybody want the instant success. You can't cheat the grind. I don't give a fuck what you doing. You can't cheat the grind.
At all.
You know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of people see, you know, social media got people fucked up, and they be seeing like these one-offs where there might be a person that might just get lucky and pop off. But a lot of those people don't sustain.
And the chances of that is slim for it happening for the next motherfucker.
So, but it's just like, but if you stay at it and you keep chipping away, and you know, you keeping your shit and you doing some dope shit, like people gonna notice. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta just, you know, stay grounded, man, stay down.
Dezi, your opinion matters whether you know it or not. Do you ever see yourself playing a bigger role again in the Columbus culture as far as the music side of things go? Like, to basically use your voice again and help push artists, or do you prefer just to chill on the background side of things?
I would love to. I mean, it's always been a dream of mine for me to be able to, like, you know, help play some type of role or somebody really popping off and doing their thing. But it's just tough, man, because a lot of cats be entitled. A lot of cats be, once again, I feel like people don't want to grind. People want that instant success. So they feel like they drop a song, okay, of course your niggas gonna fuck with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just, and then, okay, you might get your hood behind you. You know what I'm saying? But it's a whole world out here. It's a whole city out here. We the 15th largest city? Something like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we growing.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, and I feel like people be so blinded and content with their little area, bro. Like, believe it or not, maybe there's a lot of people that never leave 270, bro. There's a lot of people to this day still don't leave their side of town. Don't even know what the fuck downtown look like.
They want that hood fame forever.
It's just like,
forever.
And I just, I was blessed because, my parents actually took us out and we traveled the world and, we've been places, I've seen things. So I feel like I was always cultured as a kid. So I always wanted more. And I was never, the blindness was never to me that Columbus was it. You feel me?
What's your favorite place that you've been as a kid, like that you've ever been?
As a kid, I would probably say, because my mom was from Memphis, so I love Tennessee. You know what I mean? Memphis. I haven't been back as a adult in a minute, but like, when I go down and see my family in Tennessee, bruh, it's just like that love is just so crazy because like they super tight knit. Like I got one of those families that they all stay on the same block. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and where your pops from?
My pops is from here.
Okay, so Memphis and Columbus.
But my mom moved to Columbus as a young. You know what I'm saying? But okay. She from Memphis.
You still got them Memphis roots in you though.
Yeah, absolutely.
For
you know what I'm saying? Like my family in Memphis, like they literally got like a house, a house that they built in the middle of the hood. It's like a mansion in the hood, like the biggest house on the block. You know what I'm saying? And
it's crazy.
Like there's, it's like it's one of them big Southern family houses where it's like generations like living there. You know what I'm saying?
That's fire.
And a lot of my family out there, they all work in the school systems and stuff out there. So it's just like they super tight knit, man, and they just be so happy when they see us. And they be, when I was a kid, man, they was trying to get me to move down there. Like they wanted me to do a summer. They wanted me to go to school out there. Mm-hmm. And I kind of wonder like how my life would have been if I would have did that. But
would have been different for sure. For sure, would have been different. What's on Dezi's playlist nowadays?
Like what I'm listening to?
Yeah.
Like just like
music in
anybody?
general. Anybody. What you listening to?
I'm heavy on the Blue Bloods Clan. I mess with the Detroit Wave. They doing their thing. I really like Babyface Ray. I mess with GT. PZ doing his thing too. Payroll Giovanni, Kid HBK. Mm-hmm. ESTG, mm-hmm. Crazy. Mm-hmm. Who else? You can't forget the GOAT, Future.
So you still tapped in all the music and shit.
Yeah, Larry June. Like I listen to everybody, man. A little bit of everything, man.
I asked Bobby Biz this last episode we had him on here, and I want to see if you got an answer. He couldn't think of an answer that quick. But give me your all-time favorite R&B song. My
all-time favorite R&B song. Damn. Look, I mean, this might not be my all-time favorite, but look, there's one song that I love. I forget who it's by, but I remember I remember when my mom used to take me and my little brother to go to our babysitter, and it used to always be on the radio, but been around.
Yeah. That's my shit. That ain't? No, I was about to say Shaka Khan.
No, that's not Shaka Khan.
I know exactly who you talk. I know that shit fire. That shit fire. That's a good one. That's a good choice.
Anytime I hear that song, I think about being in the back seat of the Cavalier.
It take you right back to that day, that memory, that moment.
Being in the back seat with mom taking me to the babysitter. With the dry cereal in the baggie and a carton of orange juice, you know what I mean? Like, it always take me there. So.
Facts. 3 things on your bucket list.
3 things on my bucket list, man. I want to have a family. I want to, man, before I go, I want to try to either build some shit or be a part of somebody that built some shit. Like really like leave a legacy in the city.
True.
And it ain't no like stunting shit. Like I just want to be able to like leave something for the next generation. You know what I'm saying? And be a part of it. Like it ain't gotta have my name on it, nothing like that. But like I feel like we missing that heavy. And the third one, I would say. I don't know. Damn, man, you kind of.
It's all good.
Tell me on that, man.
It's all good. We can get back to that.
Yeah, we can get back.
We can get back to that.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Since we getting back to that, let's take it back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking not 2 years ago, not 3 years ago, not 6 years ago, not 7 years ago, not 8 years ago. I'm talking 11 years ago. Stupid Fruity Hookah. Let's take it back to that era. Now, I want to take it back to that era specifically because it was such a special time in the city to me with what y'all was doing. Mm-hmm. Because the wave that y'all set and the things that you guys were doing on your own, and like, I'm telling you, it will never be done like that again. And the new era is popping. I give love to the new era as well as the old era, and I'm blessed enough to be out of position in an age where I've seen them both and I've participated in them both. Fact. And I'm just telling you, like Dezi, like a lot of the shit y'all was doing was before its time. It seemed like hookah has recently took off out of nowhere over these last few years. But y'all was on that shit 11 years ago.
People don't even know what it was.
Y'all was on that shit 11 years ago. How does it feel knowing that y'all may have been ahead of y'all time at some points in your career with certain ideas and certain creations? How does that impact you?
I mean, it's a gift and a curse, right? Like I feel like that's kind of been my story throughout my whole career in, you know, whatever, I guess you could say the game in the city or whatever. Like I feel like I've always kind of been ahead of the curve, you know what I'm saying? It's been like a year or two before everybody catch on. Then everybody catch on. It's kind of like, damn, like y'all forgot I was like, this is what I'm saying. I was singing this shit. But anyway, this Stupid Fruity Hookah, that shit came about. My peoples that I went to school with. Shout out to my homie Body. Like his family owned a hookah bar on High Street. So my homie Omar, you know, he put me on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we would do parties and shit. He like, let's go to the hookah bar. And you know, I ain't really no smoker, so I used to like. So when I went in there, I was like, bro, what the fuck is this? Like, it threw me off. I was scared for a minute. Like, I'm like, what is it? Like, how does shit work? What do it do to you, or whatever? And then it just became a place that we was, you know, it was kind of like a hangout for us. We was in there like consciously. So how the song came about was, you know, I've been in the podcast game for a long time. You know what I mean? I feel like me and the big homie DJ O Sharp and those guys, I feel like we was probably the first people. And I had a podcast in 2007 when people didn't even have iPods. So shout out to my man Craig. We had a podcast called the Craig and Dez Show, aka. I
remember that.
So I was podding back then, and we would always go to the Gypsy. And at that time, you know, anybody that know me know like I was heavily influenced by Gucci Mane and the Brick Squad and OJ the Juice Man and all that, right? So one day we in the hookah bar, right? And I'm clowning, and I just say the line like, on bricks. I mean not bricks, but half a brick. Hey, make the trap say, hey.
Yeah.
So you know
OJ the Juice Man.
Stupid,
got me.
jumping in the head. So that's where that line came from.
Yeah.
So I just took that line and flipped it and said, "Stupid Fruity Hookah got me jumping in your lane," and everybody was
and turned the
up.
streets up.
Right. So for a long time, it's just something. It was like an inside joke. It's just something that we would always say in the car, like when we was coming from the clubs or whatever, what may have you. And then it came a point to so. How we made the tape, Nike, Hennessy, and Women, right? This is how it started. I'm gonna give y'all the True Hollywood.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Me and my homie Craig, we was doing a podcast, and people didn't really know what the fuck podcast was back then. They still don't now, but they thought like we was just like an underground radio show, and we played music on our shit. So everybody used to approach us to be like, play my song, play my song, play my song, and we like, this ain't what we do. Like, y'all gotta listen to what we do. This ain't what we do, right? So we really started rapping because we was really, before trolling was trolling, we was really trolling rappers in the city. Like, everybody raps, so we gonna rap. That was the original concept, right?
Yeah.
And so what happened was, shout out to my man Tay. So Deontay, I don't know how he got this. Somehow he acquired a beat tape from Fly Union. So Fly Union had this CD. It had like 11 tracks on it, right? So the Stupid Fruity Hookah beat was one of the beats on the tape. And I was in the car freestyling, and I said the Stupid Fruity Hookah line, and niggas was like, we gotta make a song. So Craig didn't want to do Stupid Fruity Hookah. He hated the song, he didn't want to do it. So when we go to record the verse, shout out to Sinatra, Sinatra recorded most of our tape.
Shout out to my dog too, man.
We was on the Sinatra's, we was recording the song. So originally, Craig, from the hook to Craig's verse, Craig takes the whole beat. Sinatra had to loop the beat for my verse to get on it.
Okay.
But when Craig was doing his verse, Craig was really, because Craig didn't want to do it, so Craig was really bullshitting that whole verse, but it came out hard. So he really didn't want to do it. Like when he be like, I ain't say shit, and I don't give a fuck. Like he was really like on some like, I don't want to do this song. But it came out dope. I'm like, nigga, we keeping all that. So I had to not loop the beat, and then that's when I did my verse, right? And so then what we started doing was, we would DM people on Twitter that we knew, like just DM them the song, like listen.
Twitter was going crazy back then.
You know what I'm saying? So we was DMing people like, listen to this, how y'all feel, right? So then one night we DM'd all the DJs in the city, like, play this. And shout out to DJ D Boogie. DJ Boog was the first DJ to play that song in the club. He listened to it, he was like, this shit hard. He played it in the club, right? And so then what happened was, when the hashtag was a thing, right? The Cavs was in the playoffs, so it was like their first round playoff game. So what we said was, and this is when everybody used to watch everything on TV together on Twitter.
Yeah. So
we was like, all right, we're gonna watch the game, and then at halftime we're gonna drop the song, and we're gonna have the hashtag Stupid Fruity Hookah. And we dropped the song, and that shit just started going and going and going. So that's how Stupid Fruity Hookah got created. But the tape, like, we made that whole tape in 2 weeks. So we took like five beats off that tape, and then when the buzz started going crazy, producers just started giving us beats. You know what I'm saying? So like people was just like, oh fuck it, like I need y'all to rap on something. So we would drink Hennessy. We drank Hennessy for 2 weeks. We would just go record, and we didn't write no raps down or nothing. We really would just go say what the fuck we
and have fun with it.
And have fun.
Y'all had the formula all along. Like that's really what music is nowadays. Yeah. Just to be honest, like that's really the formula.
And so if anybody want to hear the tape, the whole tape is on SoundCloud. Like
go check the tape out, man. It's on SoundCloud, please.
I'll hit y'all with the link. My favorite song is Spandex. I feel like I was snapping on Spandex. That was, it's funny because it's still like that now, but we had on Spandex, the hook went, all these bitches in the club wearing spandex. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I want to hear some more. And I was on my Diddy shit on that song. So that's one of my favorite songs on there. But, so that's really how that came about, man. And believe it or not, we caught a lot of flack behind that tape. We got a lot of hate. Niggas did not like what we was doing, especially the rap community.
Because y'all was going up.
Yeah, like we was getting booked for shows. We was headlining icebreakers. We was doing concerts. Yeah. Like we was getting paid to do, we doing icebreakers at BG, Toledo, fucking Ohio State. Like we was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? We did a show with Lil B at the Newport. Like we was really like rappers for like a summer. You know what I'm saying?
It shows you the power of togetherness, though. Like, because regardless of the music, y'all had a certain type of campaign that y'all have always had, and that campaign was always led by togetherness. You know, family togetherness, and y'all rock with who rock with y'all, and that's what it is. Y'all ain't forcing nothing. Y'all ain't. Right. You feel me? Whatever's supposed to be there is there, and I think everybody, no matter what y'all did at that point in time, whether it was music or whether y'all wanted to put out clothes or whatever it was, people gravitated towards y'all, and it just was really like a time to be alive.
Brian shit, when he first came, shout out to my homies Recent Blaze. They was the first people.
Recent Blaze Recent Blaze
was signed to LeBron and them.
What a time to be alive. Do you remember those times in the club though when they? That shit was amazing.
Recent Blaze did a podcast with me. What we talking about?
That shit was amazing.
So they was the first people that they brought LeBron to back. This is when Long Street was called Global. So I wasn't on stage on that. That was, but they really helped bring that Cleveland wave to Columbus, like Fat Albert, because they was on the label.
It was crazy.
Yeah. So but I mean that time I was around that era for sure.
I'm just imagining LeBron being in a city going to a club on like now with the status that he is now. Like whoever thought he was going to be as big as he is now.
I mean, for real, when he was in Cleveland, he used to always do those exhibition games here, and they would go to the club.
That's fire.
Yeah, they would be downtown going crazy. So yeah, man, LeBron in Ohio, man, he had the economy booming, especially in Cleveland, like both times.
What a time to be alive, man.
Yeah.
Give me your all-time favorite party you've ever hosted. All-time favorite party memory.
Nigga, 100% swag, Major Woodies, nigga. What you mean?
Major Woodies used to be an uproar. That shit.
That was
I ain't gonna. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That was the come out party for me and DJ Fundamentals. So shout out to my dog DJ Fundamentals. Y'all know, we a legendary duo in the city. We really kicked in the door for that young nigga Wayne with the parties, bro. Like flat out, niggas can say whatever they want to say. But
I agree.
When it comes to 21 and up, like you gotta think. I was 19, Fundy was 21. And we was doing the Cabana when the Cabana was popping. We was in the Obvious when the Obvious was popping. Like we was doing.
Shout out the Obvious, man. Shout out my dog Tom, man.
We was tearing down all the hot spots on the north side, and then how we got in Major Woody's was Major Woody's used to patrol their lot, so you couldn't come on their lot promoting. But we had a team, so we would sneak on their lot and hit every car and get out before we got caught. So we did it so many times. The owner, Chico, called he's like, man, I gotta meet y'all. Like, who are y'all? How do y'all keep getting on my lot and not getting caught? So he gave us a night. We did a 100% swag party, and that's when Greg Oldendale was at Ohio State, and they all came to the party. We had that bitch going.
Man, them times was like.
We changed the car because Major Woody's was a top 40 club before we got in there. They weren't even doing hip hop nights for real.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they weren't doing hip hop nights.
And we completely thugged it out.
Bro,
I remember not even wanting to go. I remember not wanting to go to that club because honestly, I just knew what was gonna happen, and I just wasn't on none of it.
Bro, that was really a crazy time because. That's when everybody used to be in there, every side of town, every hood. So
that's why I didn't want to go.
And really, the club was segregated. You know what I mean? You had the south side niggas over here, north side niggas over there, east. And then if you went down in that pit, nigga, it's going down.
Man,
I done seen a lot of niggas get knocked out in that pit for sure.
Facts. What a time.
Yeah, that was a dope time, but that's hands down my favorite party, man, for sure.
Yeah, man. At a time where you had to really be in the field. And you couldn't fake it. Either you was him or you wasn't.
You can't cheat the grind, man. And I think that's the reason why I've been so relevant for so long, because I was really in the game when it wasn't on social media. We was really passing out flyers. Shout out to Offbeat and Basic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Getting the flyers with them. We linking up. I was going all over the city and I really paid my dues, man. And it really got to a point where, niggas couldn't deny me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't always lit. I wasn't always Dez Arnez. When I first started hosting, nigga, I was nervous. Like, and then Funny helped me get right, and he was like, bro, he like, Dez, you gotta be the Dez that you are when you with us. Like, you gotta be that guy. And I used to be nervous, because when you get on that mic, when you crack that mic,
it's a different story.
You command attention. Everybody gonna look at you. So you gotta be. And then I finally found my groove. It was like a New Year Eve night one night at the Cabana, and because this is when City was the man. City News was the man. He ran the city. This is when the radio station was the radio station. So I didn't know how the game used to work back then. So I was Funny's host, but City was getting paid by the club to come do the club. You feel what I'm saying? And so I used to get mad. I'm like, man, this nigga ain't never let me get my shine on. But he's getting paid by the club to host. And I went crazy that night, and that's when City was like, oh yeah, you got it. Like, he didn't even host that night. Because he still got his bag, but he was like,
I'm fucking with you.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so shout out to the big homie City News, man.
I love it. Give me one regret in your life. One thing you wish you could change.
One thing that I wish I could change, I wish I would have took a gamble and went out of state for a little bit.
And where would you have went?
Well, my best friend, Jordy in New York now, but
shout out Jordy too, man.
Like, me and Jordy was two peas in a pod, so it was just like, so Jordy went to Chicago for a little minute.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted me to come out there with him, and then when he went to New York, he wanted me to come out there with him. And I was just, I wasn't scared for real. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I never. So I wish I would at least gave it a chance.
Dezi, that's some real shit. That's some real shit, bro. Real shit. I love that you dropped that gem right there.
Yeah.
If you could be a superhero, what would your name be and what would your superpower be?
If I could be a superhero, I would be, I would be the Honorable Dez Arnez.
Okay.
My superpower would be stopping niggas from having never been the man disease, man. Getting that hate out of niggas' hearts and getting their soul right and bringing that life and love, man. That's what we miss. It's too much negativity. It's too much bullshit. Bro, I ain't never seen a city like this in my life, bro. The city is crazy right now, bro. It really ain't no love in the heart of the city, bro. I never thought the city would get like this, bro. And it's so fucked up. It got everybody on alert. It got everybody, even niggas that ain't doing nothing, niggas that be minding their business, like yourself. You don't know what niggas is on these
You don't
days.
know what niggas. I don't trust the soul either. I'm on alert.
Some of your, like for real, the ones you love the most will hurt you first.
Facts.
And that shit be fucking me up.
Drop them gems.
The ones you love the most will hurt you first. Bro, I done got more love from people that I've only known for a couple years than people I knew my whole life.
Or ain't even known for real. Got more love from y'all. Story of my life.
My whole life, bro. Be like, but it is what it is, man.
Story of my life.
God bless them, man. Whatever they got going on, that's on them. But I can't let that negative energy, stop me from being me.
I love it. Let's do a quick this or that round before we get you out of here. I'm gonna name two things. You just say which one. All right. Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
NSYNC.
All right.
Easy.
The Fugees or the Migos?
Ooh, come on, baby. Come on, baby.
This or that. Come on, this supposed to be a speed round for real.
I'm gonna go Fugees is off the strength.
All right. Would you rather live in NYC or Chicago?
NYC.
Philly cheesesteak or a hamburger?
Philly cheesesteak.
No sex for 5 years or 100K right now?
If I get the 100K, I can't have sex. Is that what
If you take the 100K now for 5 years, like it's a it's a no go. Nothing. You can't do nothing for 5 years.
For 100K?
100K right now.
100K really ain't a lot, but I can use 100K right now. And I'll be honest, it's hard to fall back from that sweet, juicy gorilla grip for 5. That ain't easy. That ain't easy.
It ain't. That's why it's
that ain't easy. You know what? I'm gonna go with the sex. I feel like I can figure out a way to get 100K in 5 years. So I'm going with the sex.
I love it. That's a great answer because I honestly wouldn't have took it. But I love you.
I'm gonna figure out a way to get 100K in 5 years.
My dog, real one. Cleveland Browns or Cincinnati Bengals?
I'm gonna go Brownies just off the strength.
All right, Maya or Ashanti?
Ooh, I'm going with the OG Maya.
Okay.
Beanie Man and the girls, them sugar.
All right. Tell your best friend you just saw his girl cheating or mind your business.
If it's my best friend, I'm telling my nigga.
For real, it's all.
But if we ain't really locked in like that.
Nah, this your best friend. This your dog.
This my dog. Yeah. Hey, I'm getting in the bushes, FaceTime, zooming in.
You're definitely telling you saw it. All right.
Nah, bro, she out of bounds. She out of bounds.
George Bush or Bill Clinton? Don't forget what Bush did for us, man.
I mean, they both put us in some fucked up situations.
Facts. Facts.
I mean,
if you think about it, all the presidents did.
A lot of people be championing Bill Clinton because he smoked weed or whatever, but he really put us in some fucked up situations too.
So which one you rocking with, man?
But for real, for the Bush era was a nasty era. I think that was like in our lifetime the first time we tapped into the recession. 9/11 and all that shit happened in the Bush era. So I'm gonna go Bill Clinton because I feel like the economy was a little better during that time. You feel me?
I love it. Yeah. K-Swiss or Saucony?
I'm gonna come clean. I'm gonna go to Saucony. K-Swiss, Arnez couldn't do them. That's for the women. I'm gonna come clean.
When it comes to N1 basketball, hot sauce or the professor?
Oh, come on, man. Hot sauce.
All right. When it comes to food, are you a hot sauce on everything type of guy or a ranch?
Hot sauce. I don't really fuck with ranch like that.
When it comes to women, liquor, whatever you may say, light or dark?
Ooh. I love me a dark skinned vixen. Short. You feel me? And the liquor, I'm back on my dark way. So we going everything. We doing everything dark.
We're going dark one. And the last one, flat earther or round earther?
I don't know. I feel like images show us round, so I'm gonna go round.
All right, so there it is. Before we get up out of here, can we have one message for the youth from Dezi? Just something that you would tell the youth to keep them motivated, keep them inspired, keep them running through it. Keep them running through it all.
I would say, man, look, I know times is hard. Times is hard for everybody right now. Like a lot of people be rap capping, be stunting and fronting. Like it's lit. It ain't lit for 90% of people. I'm gonna come clean. 99%, fuck that. It's only a 1% out there for real. So I would say, man, whatever it is that you want to do, you can't cheat the grind. You got to keep chipping at it. And what I would say is, whatever it is that you want to do in life, try to surround yourself with people that are in those fields, because there's going to come a point in your life where you're going to have to, and it ain't even no hard feelings or nothing like that, but you're going to have to disassociate yourself from certain people because they not on what you want.
Talk that shit.
You feel what I'm saying? Like it just is what it is. So you can't let them stunt your growth because you trying to keep it real. You feel what I'm saying?
Pop it.
That keep it real shit don't pay no bills. You feel what I'm saying? So I would say definitely try to find some type of like mentor or somebody that you can get around that's like doing the things that you're trying to do, and just keep your tribe tight knit, man. And you know, if you got some shit you got going on in your life, man, find your person, whether it's like a partner or a home, like find somebody that you can really talk to and get shit off your chest. I feel like as black men, we don't do that. We don't communicate enough. We don't talk about what we're going through. You feel me? And we harbor in all that pain, all that shit that we going through. And sometimes that's why people go out here and spaz out and crash out and do some dumb shit. And it ain't, you know, you might spaz out on somebody that you don't even know, but it's just like you got so much going on, and then like you just hit that breaking point.
I agree.
You just do some dumb shit. So I feel like I was kind of long-winded on that, but that's what
it's all love, and the gems is appreciated. That's what we're here for. That's what we want to do. We want to enlighten the people. We want to make sure we motivate the youth. Your impact has definitely, the impact you made on the culture can't go unnoticed, from the parties to the vibes to you just being an all-around pillar of the community, a culture shaker. It can't go unnoticed, man, and I just definitely want to commend you on that. You did everything by staying true to yourself and being you, so I definitely want to commend you on that. I definitely want to wish you many more blessings on your life's endeavors, because I know it's only big things popping for my dog, Big Dezi. Before we get out of here, though, let the people know anything last that you want them to know and where they can follow you at.
You know, love is love, man. On Instagram, I'm Dez_Arnez. Twitter, just Dez Arnez, and sometimes, you know, I tap in with the aunties and the grannies on Facebook. I'm Dez Arnez on that too.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really take social media too serious, so don't come to my page thinking you about to see some crazy aesthetics and shit like that. Like that, social media ain't real life to me, so my shit be all over the place. It be sporadic, but excuse me, it helped me stay in contact with people.
Real quick though, would you ever get into comedy? Because I feel that you definitely could do that shit.
That's let's go back to, remember you like 3 things?
Mm-hmm. Add that to the bucket list.
There we go.
So do an open mic for Funny Bones, something like that.
Listen, people have always been trying to get, like, I feel like that's the only thing that I haven't done yet. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like I done rapped, I done been on the radio station, I done did like pretty much everything you can really do in the city, like entertainment wise. Comedy's the only thing I haven't did, but what people don't understand, like, me being funny, like jokes, like I've never written a joke in my life. All my shit is off the cuff. I feel like I'm hood funny. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to write a joke, and that's the only reason why I've never done stand-up comedy, because like you really gotta like write jokes and have a routine, and there's ways that you gotta set up the jokes and have the punchline. Like, you know, it's like being a rapper for real. So
thanks. It's probably a little harder too.
It is, bro. It is, bro. Because like when you rapping, I feel like people's expectations is lower. Not to say like the music, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you can come do a show, motherfuckers might not know you from Adam and Eve, but like I feel like beats and shit can just gravitate to a person, and you can get the crowd rocking just off the cuff. When you funny, people coming in there to see you be funny. So it's like you gotta be on at all. Like ain't no, you know what I mean? Like you gotta be on, and that's a lot of pressure, bro.
I already know, but it's nothing to a boss because I know Big Dezi can handle that, and that's gonna be something we're gonna have to try out. So we're gonna pull some strings. Y'all comment below if y'all think Big Dezi should definitely get on the Funny Bone stage and rip it down. This is episode 16 of the Penthouse. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram at Penthouse Television. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at _Bangy BANGI. Follow us on YouTube at Penthouse TV. Other than that, I want to give a huge thank you to my brother Dez Arnez for stopping through on us.
Man, thank you for having me, bro. Like I said, I don't take shit like this lightly. So when people reach out to me, no matter the platform, I always try to pull up because, you know, that's what it's about. This is how we keep this shit moving. So I appreciate it, man. I can't wait to see the episode. Hopefully I reach somebody or somebody, hit me up.
It's going up.
I listen to you on Bangy shit and I fuck with you. So
it's going up. It's going up. So y'all know how we rocking, man. Stay tuned for episode 17. It's another guest coming up. Stay tuned to see what we got next. It's all love, peace, blessings. We out.
I'ma get paid today. Hey. I got a million ways. Go ahead. Niggas is lollygagging. See me, I just can't relate. Too many, you got an opinion. You niggas Charlemagne. This shit like the Breakfast Club. And I'm always waking up late. So? I gave that little thotty some hope, but I couldn't give it no dates. I'm sorry, babe, I'm on the grind. So you just gotta be patient. And you know I can't work for a nigga.